Now, if you have any knowledge about arrays, you probably know the following point. Arrays have a fixed size. So once declared, arrays cannot grow or shrink. So that problem is what we are trying to solve using array lists. So an array list is just an array that is resizable. So what we'll cover is we'll look at how to create an array list. We'll look at how to add elements, how to remove elements, how to access elements, changing elements, and also the size of the array list. We'll also try to look at how can you loop through an array list. Let's get started. So I'm going to create an array list for students. So you have to specify the type of data, but it has to be primitive. So which means if you are looking for integers, you don't say int, you say integer, the full word integer, right? So here I'm going to use a string because I want to add names. So array list names is equal to new array list, and that's how you declare an array list. Now, how do we add elements into the array list? So you have methods or functions that this array list can take. And these are the functions. So all of these are the functions an array list can take. But for this video, we want to look at, I think, the most vital four methods that array lists can take. So right now, I want to add an element. So names.add, then I'll pass in a string because it is receiving a string. Add nth. What I'll do is I'll just copy this and I'll paste it. All right, so like that. So what I've done is I've created a list or an array list of these names. So just like an array, this is like index number 0, the first one, index number 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'll try and print out the list. So there you go. It gives me this list of my students. So then how do we remove elements? So you also have a method for removing elements, which we are calling remove, names.remove. Then just pass in an index. Let's say I want to remove the first name. So I'll pass in 0. Then I'll print the list again, just so I can show you the difference. So this was before removing, and then this was after removing. The next thing I want us to look at is how can you access a single element? I'll copy this, I'll paste it here. Then I'll say names.get, then you pass in an index. Say you want to get the student at index number 0. So I'll pass in 0 like that. Then once I run, what we have is this one. Now notice this is the first index element because we removed this. So as we go down, we always have this as our first index. Let's get back. Let's look at how do you change a value given a list. So I'll say names, then I'll say dot set, then I'll pass in the index. So you can pass in index number, or let me just pass in 1. And I'll say Naleli. Now what I'll do is I'll use this same method here, the one I used to get an element here, just to see if the element has changed, right? So I'll just copy this and I'll paste it here, and I'll pass in index number 1. There you go, it gives me Naleli here. The next thing is the size of the array. So I'll copy this line again, once again, and I'll paste it here, and I'll just say names dot size. So this gives you the size of the entire array. So right now we only have about 4 elements, so it should give me 4 as the size. There you go, it gives me 4 as my size. Now the last thing I want to show us is how to loop through an array list. So I'm going to use a for each method. Then let me call it list. Then I'll say system.out.print. Then I'll pass in list. Then I want to separate every element by some space, just so you can see what I'm talking about. So there you go, it's here. It gives me the list. So this is the introduction on Arraylist. What you have to know, the most important things about Arraylist are the basics, and these are the basics. Hope you found this video helpful. If you did, send this to someone who might find this helpful as well. Until then.